Good morning, friends. Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to John's Comics with Kids channel. And today we're having Saturday morning comics.
With bagels.
With bagels.
Yeah, Charlie's eating her bagel. Hello, gang. Just having a little tea and books and bagels. Where's your bagels? You left them in the other room?
They're over there.
Oh, they're over there.
I'll put them.
A little breakfast on the couch time here.
Yummy.
And yes, happy 4th of July to you all.
Mm-hmm.
Well said, backseat driver. I got Justin from No Good Comics in the chat. I hung out with Justin on Wednesday night. If you missed that show, you should check it out. We talked about Uncanny X-Men, Days of Future Past. And happy 4th to you, Ruben. And yo to you, Rod. And Big Will arrived before we even got started. Let's see. It is. I saw some very funny UK Happy 4th of July memes today that were very entertaining. So happy not so 4th of July to you, Hydra Collectibles over in the UK. Fuchsia's got her coffee ready to go. There's Captain. Good morning, Captain. Aye to you. Ahoy.
Did he win that Dr. Freeze or Captain Cold thing?
I think, Captain, did you win? I can't remember who won the art competition, the last art competition. I can't remember who won that. I saw Kachung.
Because I would have voted for him.
He says, good morning, John, Kate, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Delphia's bipping around as well. Maybe they were working in the yard today. We'll get to KK in a second. Hello, Derek. Good morning to you. And then, hi, Kennedy. Good morning to you. Gore Vidal says, Feliz Día de la Independencia. Y buenos días y a ti y tus hijas. Sorry, even with my reading glasses, I'm not being able to read that. It's too tiny. And I've never said independence in Spanish before. Independencia. 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 I'm not sure the pronunciation there. Let's see here. Married with issues. So that's Soldier. Good morning to you, sir. Let's see. Jeff Schultz. Good morning to you. My movie buddy, big movie fan right here, Carlito Classico. Hello to you, man. All these 4th of July, good mornings. Hello. Grandmaster, hello to you. You only live once. YOLO. Let's see. Bob from Everything Comics, good morning to you. Congrats on hitting 1,000. I believe you hit 1,000 subscribers, sir. Congrats to you. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I thought I remember correctly. Not a fan of fireworks. Well, there's not going to be a lot of fireworks, at least in our area this year. I think it's going to be kind of low key.
I actually get kind of scared of fireworks when I hear them really closely.
There were some last night.
Last night
we were hearing a few going off.
I tried to look to see where they were.
Do you know why we launched fireworks, Charlie?
Yeah, 4th of July.
But why? Why fireworks? Because we're reminding ourselves on the 4th of July of the War of Independence and the bombs bursting in air.
Oh.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of supposed to be a little bit scary and frightening in the sense that it's reminding us of some of the Battle of Independence, the cannon fire and things like that. People in the original 13 colonies. Let's see. Hydra says, John, did you get a chance to see my latest video? Rather proud of this one. Are you due a new comic book age? Ooh, I'll have to check that one out. I haven't seen it yet. Charlie, that bagel looks yummy, says KK. So he did hit it. Yes, good. Okay. Glad to hear that. I think I said hello to Sing J. Good morning, Sing J. Neither. Not a big fan. Okay. Also, I have a lot of veteran friends that don't like them either. Sure, that makes sense. Simon R., good morning to you. And good morning to my soul brother, Kirk of Comics on the Mind. Saw him last night on the late night show, 1-2 Comic Talk. Hello to Yezilu, Comics and Pops. Good morning. Mike Sanchez, good morning. Man, a bunch of people jumping in here. All right. Good morning, everybody. And Kate's rolled out. She's just hanging out over there now.
Secret Invasion.
You like that Secret Invasion Black Panther cover right here? That's a lot of these were the covers I chose for the posting I did on my Instagram recently. But that's a cool Storm and Black Panther Secret Invasion scroll cover. So today, the girls have been spending most of their time reading one book series, and then yesterday just watching Hamilton all day. I think we watched Hamilton 1.5 times. Is that about where we finished out? We watched Hamilton almost 2 times yesterday. It is incredible. So I'm sure we'll spend some time talking about it. What, Kennedy?
Might go to a place.
Do some tiny fireworks on the streets. At least that's what my dad said. Okay, cool.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that's why there's fireworks, to draw the attention to the Great Pumpkin. Did you pick up the Firepower Prelude book this week? I did not. No. I don't even know what that was. Yezi Lucille Hamilton yesterday. Yeah. I think a lot of people were watching. I told Perry he should do a reaction video to Hamilton, but I don't know if he can do it because it's all music wall to wall. John, have you got your John, have to get you back for Comics with Friends season 2. Hey, I'm happy to come back and do that again. Heck yeah. Musicals are not for me. I respect that opinion for sure, Carlito, but I would say this is a pretty unusual musical for sure.
It is very funny. My favorite characters are.
But it's also wonderfully historical. I mean, as far as the history of the birth of our nation, I think, and the birth of modern politics, and I mean, it's really historically very, very interesting. Hello to Comic Noob and to Sanimation. Started watching the Witches movie.
There's a Witches movie?
There is, yeah.
Is it bad? Or
Angelica Houston plays the lead witch, and they make her look really creepy.
The Grand High Witch?
The Grand High Witch. Uh-huh.
What's the witch? What are the witches?
You watch it?
Witches is a Roald Dahl book. That's what Kennedy was just saying.
Oh, it's because there's also another comic book I read called Witches. So
No, this is based on the Roald Dahl book. I think you'd be pretty freaked out. I'm just telling you. I mean, I didn't really say it's not a bad movie. It's, the witches are supposed to be creepy with their big old nostrils and their bald heads and their creepy gloved hands.
She's not
and
creepy in the
fingers.
book for me.
I'll show you a picture of what she looks like in the movie and you can make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
But she's supposed to be scary. That's the whole point, right? Enjoy your breakfast, pretty girls. Here, it's almost dinner time, says Sanimation.
Wow.
The film version of Hamilton is streaming on Disney Plus for the 4th of July. They launched it just yesterday, or I should say, technically, they launched it Thursday at midnight, right as it ticked over to Friday. They launched it on Disney Plus, and they snuffed out a couple of F-bombs so that it's not completely what it is in the theater, but it's the original Broadway cast. And they combined one night in June of 2016 where they recorded them doing it with an audience, and then they recorded it again where they could get a little closer and shoot some shots for the close-ups and some. So they basically filmed 2 times and combined it into one. But I think the audio is almost completely from the live version.
And also, so our mom noticed it when we were watching it, but in the song Satisfied, and Charlie noticed it too. In the song Satisfied by Angelica, she's singing, and like when it cuts to different cameras, she's like a flower because it's a wedding
on her dress.
And it's off in some shots and it's back on in some shots, like back and forth, because that's some of the parts are live and some are.
Yeah, you can tell when they're cutting in that song because her costume, there must have been a gaffe on the live night or on because the flowers weren't there and they cut back and forth. You can kind of tell the two different nights. Kids movies now, Frozen. Kids movies when I was a kid, Witches. There you go. Although, hey, it's up to the parent, right? You can make kids movies whatever you want. My girls were watching My Neighbor Totoro. Why can't that be the kids movie, right? Throw some Hayao Miyazaki in there. There are two exceptions, Beyond the Sea and La La Land. My dad made us watch The Sound of Music once. Yeah, this is definitely not Sound of Music. I would say it's not anything like La La Land or Beyond the Sea. It's a lot of hip hop. And there's certain sequences that are almost rap. There's a couple of songs. I mean, they do throwbacks to 50s music. There's a big band kind of song. They do, there's some stuff that is classically musical, like a traditional musical. But it's a wonderful mixture of different musical styles. It's not one thing. People told me that it was a rap musical, and it's not. People told me it's a hip hop musical. It's not. There's some jazz. They really mix in a ton of musical styles because every character sort of has their own style, and they do a fun job of kind of bringing that out musically. Again, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece on every level. Hello, Old Wolf. Good morning. Let's see here. Who am I missing? I missed a bunch of people. Sorry.
No, we've already.
Did I say hello? Katie Kaboom. Hello to you. Ponyo, right? Girls, you like Ponyo.
Ponyo.
See? Yeah. We're big fans.
And Kiki.
Miranda is famous for being able to freestyle. He is. And they do have a couple of they use cabinet meetings. There's two significant cabinet meetings in the second act. And it's basically Jefferson and Hamilton doing a freestyle battle. It's pretty awesome the way they do those pieces, for sure. Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm the third person to describe it that way. Well, I mean, it is a masterpiece. It's won all these awards for a reason. But I'd give it a try for yourself. As far as informing people about the realities, or at least more of the realities of the American Revolution and our founding fathers, I think it's a powerful look at that era in history. I mean, that it's way more than the rose-colored glasses that we sometimes use to remember our founding fathers. It's not just, hey, George Washington had wooden teeth. It's, he had slaves, and they were all these slave owners, and the reasons why they were making their monies, the reason why these were the wealthy people at the top of the United States at that time is because most of them were plantation owners. They were making money off of slavery. So it's an interesting look at it. Doesn't romanticize these guys. Jefferson, Madison, Hamilton, Washington. I mean, Washington is romanticized in a small way. He is probably the one that's romanticized the most, but everybody else really gets, the flaws and the reality kind of all put in there. Steve Whiting, good to see you, buddy.
Daddy, it's kind of unbelievable that it came out in 2016 and it's still the same as 4 years later. Like for me, because I like it's hard, because it seems like just yesterday we started listening to the music. And now all of a sudden it's on Disney Plus, and apparently it came out 4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it hit Broadway about 4 years ago, and they recorded this version 4 years ago. But they've been waiting to sell it because they want people to come see it in the theater. It's designed to be seen in a theater. I saw it in the traveling show that came around, and literally made my breakfast. I think there's definitely some rose-colored elements, no doubt. But I think it's way more than I remember reading as a kid, that history. Ultimate Fallout. Oh, we're talking about Ultimate Fallout now? In a poly bag. How does it work with grading the book? They can't grade it unless they take it out of the poly bag. So you send it into CGC, and I believe they take it out of the poly bag, but that's just me. Hamilton is on 10 and Jackson on the 20, but in the early 20th century, they were swapped.
What does that mean?
Fun fact: Hamilton is on the $10 bill, and Jackson was on the 20. But in the early 20th century, they swapped them, so they put them on the opposite bills. I'm having pancakes. Very nice.
I want pancakes.
Have a family get together, plan to watch it. Nice. I mean, these girls wanted to sing all the way through the first version. They were actually really good about it. The second time we watched it, they were singing a little more.
Mostly how.
But like, can we name our favorite characters?
Your favorite characters in Hamilton?
Easy.
Go
Dad
ahead.
can guess them in a second.
Go ahead. What
So
is
you do yours.
No.
Okay. My first favorite is Jefferson. My second favorite is Burr, and then
as far as the actor or the character or all?
kind of all.
Mhm.
But and then I really like Eliza. And I think that's it. But
Sure.
Angelica, I like when the actors like sing and it sounds exactly like the it sounds exactly like the recording because that's what I'm used to. But like it's kind of cool to like see them a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Angelica sounded most like the
Yeah, I was gonna say Angelica and
Recording.
Eliza really had it.
Angelica has an amazing voice. The lady who does the voice of who performs as Angelica is amazing. Yeah. So who are your favorites?
You can guess.
Jefferson, for sure. Eliza,
Mm,
Angelica,
mm,
Lafayette,
mhm.
which is the same. Jefferson and Lafayette's the same
Lafayette
actor.
and Jefferson, those
He
are
is-
the only one.
Oh man, he's incredible. Yeah, that
David
guy can
Yeah,
speed
Yeah. He
speak
can go
sing
so fast.
so quickly. It's amazing.
What's he gonna do in French? I mean, I have those ones, and I like Washington because he has a beautiful voice.
Sorry, I thought I missed something here. Yeah, I agree. Mine is a 9-2, and I think it's because it was in the polybag till about a year and a half ago. Good morning to Robert Galvin. Good morning. Let's see here. Lafayette is a great character. Kate did her report in 5th grade on Lafayette for the Revolutionary War.
and when I was practicing his French accent, I just took it from the recordings.
From the movie,
Yeah,
from the
'cause
show.
I would like sing a part from it, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, now you're gone.
I'm gonna get more bagel.
You're gonna have more bagel. I need more bagel.
But Daddy,
We haven't yet to even get to a
Washington-
book yet. It's been 17 minutes, but
Washington.
I could
is
talk about
the
Hamilton
best.
all day.
Washington has a very beautiful voice.
yeah, the gentleman who sings as George Washington has probably the best
voice.
traditional musical voice, and he does a sort of gospel style singing for a couple of his pieces, and it's amazing. He you could hear him singing in a church choir, or you could hear him singing on Broadway in any show. I mean, his voice is incredible. He just has this presence, really amazing.
But those are I like the boys a little more than the girls because I feel like some of the girls, I like how they sing, but sometimes, like Peggy's voice in the beginning is just like, what? Are you a child? Because she sounds like it. She's like, but Daddy said no.
Interesting. Werewolf by lunchtime. Grease is the word. Yes, Burr and Hamilton as lawyers that's the beginning of the end of Act 1 is them as lawyers.
Mhm.
I practiced law. Burr worked next door.
Even though we started at the
At the
very
same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb.
My dad says he watched it last night also. Looks like everyone did, loved it. Imagined the times we were hearing the girls, because obviously they've been hearing for years, my girls singing all the songs. Yeah, the George Washington actor is powerful, just really, really powerful. He is amazing. And I'm sorry that I don't know all the actors' names. I should know them.
David Diggs is Lafayette.
David Diggs.
I think so. I might be saying it wrong.
No, it's David Diggs.
Yeah, it's David Diggs.
There,
isn't it?
and then there's Filippo.
Philippa
Philippa
Sue is
Philippa
Eliza.
Sue is
Okay.
Eliza.
Obviously
You had the
Hamilton.
newspaper around earlier with all the names on it, but I can't remember it now. Is it under there?
Lin-Manuel
Right.
Miranda. is
Yeah,
Hamilton.
we know Lin-Manuel, obviously, because he's the writer and director or producer. What? Leslie Odom Jr. is Burr, right? Yeah. I
He
should
has a
know
daughter named-
these gentlemen and ladies'
He has a
names,
daughter
but I
named
just
Lucille.
haven't. I've known them as their characters and not their
I know that Bird's person has a daughter named Perseus.
But yeah, it was really, really good. I like that even my chat knows him as Pop Pop. Yep, my dad is Pop Pop. I'm sorry, you want to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leslie Odom Jr. So here's the ladies.
Jasmine is her. She's Renee.
Okay, Jasmine, Renee, and Philippa are the three ladies who are
Oh,
the
I got it.
Schuyler sisters.
Okay. Yeah, David Diggs. John Lawrence is Anthony Ramos. I don't know if I could say Hercules Mulligan's name. Okariet Owadawan. It's very complicated.
Am I wrong in over categorizing the Blues Brothers? Hey, Blues Brothers is a musical. You can qualify it. Hey, that's just your preference, man. You do you, brother. It's all good.
Okay. And then we have. Oh, her older sister Angelica is Renee.
Angelica's the oldest sister, yeah.
Yeah, she's Renee.
Is Renee, yeah. Renee Elise Goldsberry is Angelica.
Mhm.
And you said Philippa Sue is Eliza.
Yeah.
And then Jasmine Jones is Peggy. Those are the Schuyler sisters. These talented ladies.
They're very talented. Dad.
Kate was very excited. I'm getting the Los Angeles Times still to see that showing up here. Labyrinth. Ooh. Reminds me of The Babe.
What?
That's from that thing.
Okay, can we show the pictures of stuff?
I guess. Why not? I just showed that one. What are you talking about? You showing the same one again?
There's Leslie Guy.
Leslie Odom, yeah. Who is probably the most diversely talented singer because he sings in so many different styles and so many different ways in this
Can
movie,
I see that since there's no more pictures?
in this production.
Are there any more pictures?
Yeah, there's
I think
Hamilton
this
is-
is cool.
Hamilton and Eliza.
Yeah, Eliza.
There they are.
Okay.
Eliza.
Labyrinth is definitely a musical, yes.
Can I see it, Kate? Can you see that?
There you are.
Oh.
My son wants to write another song for Peggy. Poor Peggy.
She's just like,
Oh, poor Peggy. Yes, Labyrinth is a musical. You should definitely be able to count that. Absolutely.
At least she got to play Mariah Reynolds.
And Peggy. Yeah, she does. We were noticing how many of the cast have one character they might play in the first act and another in the second act. So that's really noisy right next to the microphone, what
Can
you're
you
doing.
fold it? I need it to be folded this way.
This way?
Yes, thank you. So I can see what the comics.
Oh, you're going to read the comic strips?
Yes, I didn't get to.
Very sorry, everybody. I have that X-Men graphic novel right here. This one? These one? But I've watched, let's see. Brilliant. Yeah, Art Adams. I just got it recently. Kate was reading it. The best musical is Guardians of the Galaxy. Hey, I'm not going to argue.
I'm
not gonna argue.
I'll call it that.
The characters just don't sing the words, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's share some books. What do you say? I'm almost done with volume 2 of The Ultimate Spider-Man. So I was just reading all the Craven's Last Hunt and Dr. Octopus. It's not Last Hunt, Craven's. Technically, they've designed it as Craven's First Hunt. They've got Craven as this Australian like reality show, like hunter. And he comes to New York to catch Spider-Man. And that's really a creative use of that character's backstory. And this is when Dr. Octopus goes full villain. And then the last story, the one I'm starting now, is the return of the Osborns and the Green Goblin's return. Really, really been enjoying this. So this is the second hardcover edition of the Bagley Bendis Ultimate Spider-Man run, way before we've gotten to Miles in that. I've been enjoying this a bunch. Hello, Dusty Brick Brown. Thank you for coming by. If you haven't checked out his Instagram, you're missing out on some great, great stuff. Absolutely. Pulp Fiction is a musical. Look at all these options. Daymares, good morning to you, Anne. So I've been reading that a ton. Just trying to ease my way through because we have, I think, the first 5 volumes, and then we have volume 7. So I'm still hunting for a volume 6. So little by little, I'll get there. Papa says you got a patriotic outfit. She knew. She was planning
I didn't
it.
even. No, I didn't.
You were totally planning. You came out this morning. You were like, I got my red, white, and blue.
I got my red, white, and blue. Yay.
Let's see, Miss Saigon. Ooh, Carly was listing some other ones he's been to. A couple others in New York. Fell asleep in Miss Saigon, but in my defense, it was the end of a long road trip. Staying up all night. Yeah, that's hard. Hard to do. Good morning to Sam's Tangled Web. Spider-Man is the best superhero in her opinion, although I do like Thor and Black Widow. Very sorry, Black Widow. Rest in peace. Yeah, Spider-Man's awesome. And there have been several great versions of the Spider-Man character in comics and movies. And then KK and I talked a lot about Into the Spider-Verse, which is a great movie, probably my favorite Spidey movie. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite Spider-Man runs. This Ultimate Spider-Man run right now, I think, is really, really good. So that's a fun one. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Tim Curry is a babe. I agree. He's hilarious in that. Saga Compendium. Ooh, there you go. Good pick. All right, so who's got a book they want to share? I did one.
I want to finish my book.
You're going to just read the whole time? You're not going to finish it unless you're speed reading it, skim reading it, which I know you have been anyways.
No, I haven't. Stop it, Daddy. I haven't.
Spider-Gwen is awesome. Good morning, Mastodon. Donnie is here. Good to see you, buddy. Never seen Rocky Horror. There you go.
Can we share some books?
Not super kid-friendly, obviously. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Mm.
You got a book you want to share?
No, but Kate does.
Kate wants to share Wings of Fire, book 5.
I have to plug my ears.
These girls have been very, very, very into these Wings of Fire books. They read the first 3 during quarantine, and then I went yesterday and grabbed the other 2 from my classroom, 4 and 5. So definitely been into it. What is it you like about Wings of Fire?
It's very creative. Like, there's all these different types of dragons, and they're basically Queen Oasis, who's the queen of the Sandwing Kingdom,
Okay.
died. She was killed.
Okay, we don't want to do like the whole story because this, you guys, every time you try to tell
short.
me the whole story, I
Trust
feel
me.
like I fall asleep.
There's 3 sisters that are going against each other for the throne, and they made the whole world be in this war. And then there's 5 dragonettes that are supposed to be the people that stop the war.
Okay.
So these are the 5 dragonette stories.
So the dragonettes are the young dragons who are learning about their powers and stuff.
Yeah, but they call themselves dragonettes, but 20.
Well, it just sounds like a musical group, like the Dragonettes. It's the Dragonettes. We're the Dragonettes. Sorry, that was for Pop Pop. I think he chuckled at that one. He also says he fell in love with Susan Sarandon. Hey, it's hard not to fall in love with Susan Sarandon. She's amazing.
But like,
Oop, Damer says his kids read these too.
Got the other.
All right,
they're really funny. And
they're funny. Okay.
Yeah, there's like this line that I bookmarked. So sea wings, which is a type of dragon.
Yeah, they're the ones that swim really fast and have a kingdom under the water and have a longer tail for fighting or
Yeah, they can
thrashing.
hit them. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what Tsunami always does.
Okay.
Yeah.
She just hits people.
But like,
with her.
so sea wings are these ones, and see how they have like lights on them. All
Okay.
over the
That's
place?
it. Yeah.
That's called aquatic.
Bioluminescence.
A bit.
Aquatic
Okay, but like
language.
you go
Bit.
like they like flash their tails in different places, and it means something. And aquatic.
Okay.
So Tsunami's one of the only ones that never learned aquatic because they lived under the mountain to be safe from the sisters, so they couldn't get killed for their destiny.
Gotcha.
So Sunny says he's flashing something at us. Tsunami growled. If he's with the Talons, he should know that I don't understand aquatics, since he was probably one of the squid heads who made the decision not to teach it to me. Maybe I should go over there and thump him and then pretend I misunderstood what he was saying.
Ha ha
She
ha.
is a beast. Like she is the funniest and like the most.
And if you don't know,
Aggressive.
here's a better picture. This is Tsunami.
Kate, let's see the book. He wants to see the book. This is book 5. Do you have book 1, Kate or Charlie?
Yeah, all of them. Can I show them?
Well, I just wanted to give people the cover so they can see the book number 1. This is book 1. I think there's like the inside of here shows at least 11 or 12 of these books. But this is book 1 of the Dragonette Prophecy. These are Scholastic. So if your kids get those Scholastic mailers, or if you're a teacher who uses Scholastic, you can order. I ordered the first 5 in a bundle for my classroom, and that's what these girls are
Wait,
reading.
Charlie.
Is this a Drogon prequel? First appearance of Daenerys? No.
I was gonna. I'm going to. So this is Dad. As Jed just say, this is book 1. That's Clay.
Okay. Is he a mud dragon?
He's the Mudwing.
Mudwing, sorry.
They call him Wings. This is Tsunami, the one who Kate
The
was just
Sea
talking
Wing?
about. The
Yes.
Sea Wing.
Okay, that's book
There's
2.
Glory, who's a Rainwing, because when they got the Skywing egg, which they needed, they dropped it and it shattered. So they had to get a Rainwing, and this is
As
Glory.
a substitute for the
Yeah.
prophecy's not like.
And then your sister shared book
I've
4.
got Nightwing.
Is that which one's that?
That's Starflight.
That's Starflight.
Which book? I'm sorry, what number?
Oh,
4.
Book 4.
and then you already saw Kate's book, which is Sunny.
Which is book 5.
Most Sandwings have a barb on their tail, which is their weapon,
Okay.
and it's poisonous. But Sunny is the wrong color. She doesn't have a barb, and her eyes are the wrong color, and she's super small.
She likes Glory the Rainwing, or not, in my opinion, the Mistake.
She's not
She's
a
so
mistake.
pretty.
Hey, Auntie Juju.
Chicken and Cheeto.
Oh, I'm Cheeto.
Friend.
This is Chicken, and this is Cheeto.
Not my choice of the name. Oh, I'm also $5. No, yeah, $5. Chuck.
$5
$1 million
Chuck.
buck Chuck.
I don't know if anyone can pay that.
Hi, Auntie Julie.
It's a
Missing
joke
you.
from Charles Shaw.
I like unicorn dragons, Charlie. Wait, do they have unicorn dragons?
I wish.
Sadly, no.
Not yet.
But they do have the prophecy. If you want to see it. It's a very long one. Daddy, can I read the prophecy?
She says she likes the 3rd Wings of the Dragon book. That's her favorite, or one of her favorites. This one? Because it's about the Rain Wing that she's talking
so
about.
Beautiful. I'm gonna paint my Dumbo. If you guys saw last Saturday morning comics, we unboxed a from the Two Boys and Their Pops. We got a paint your own Dumbo pop, and since I love this cover, I'm going to try to paint it like these colors.
Ooh. Are you going to give Dumbo's ears the orange kind of wings?
Yes, I'm going to do that. I thought that would be really
They
cool.
do
Very
kind of.
nice.
They do. I don't know what type they are though.
They do have these cool
Okay.
bug dragons.
Because
Interesting.
this one, look at their wings. That is not dragon.
No, I know
wings.
what that is.
What is it then?
So I remember, and I was reading. I think it's the 3rd one. They say something about that. They say something about those things with the wings. So if you read this one, it says something about those. Forget what it's called though.
Okay.
And
11.
I was gonna read the reason that they're so special because they're part of the Dragonette prophecy, which will stop this whole war that's going on. So this is the prophecy. When the war has lasted 20 years, the Dragonettes will come. When the land is soaked in blood and tears, the Dragonettes will come. Find the sealing egg of deepest blue. Wings of night shall come to you. The largest egg in mountain high will give you the wings of sky. For wings of earth search through the mud, for an egg the color of dragon blood, and hidden along with from the rival queens, the sandwing egg awaits unseen. Of 3 queens who blister, blaze, and burn, 2 shall die and 1 shall learn. If she bows to a fate that is stronger and higher, she'll have the power of wings of fire. Of eggs to hatch on the brightest night, for a dragon's born to end the fight. Darkness will rise to bring the light, the Dragonettes are coming.
I love that prophecy.
But if it says right here, so I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, the largest egg in mountain high will give you the wings of sky. So they don't have that because the person who actually rescued the egg was killed by burn. one of the three sisters. But the egg fell.
If you had a pet dragon, what would you name it?
Glory.
Glory. You and KK like the same one.
I
Who are you,
really
Kate?
like Glory's name.
Starflight.
Starflight.
I like the Nightwing a lot.
There's a really bad name that I hate.
I suppose it would depend if it could talk or not. 'Cause if it can't talk, it doesn't matter. I
It
can
can
just call
talk
it.
in
I can just call it
dragons.
dragon.
Their
So
queen
he's
is actually her name is Battle Winner.
I thought this was a
And
Hamilton
greatness.
chat room. But how do these two get more grown up every week?
Life.
Life is aging. We are maturing.
I don't want to mature. I want to stay little.
So these are the Dragon Wing novels, and you can get them pretty much anywhere books are sold. I know that on Scholastic is where I got these. Wings of Fire is the series, and the author's name is Tui Sutherland.
Yeah, she actually had a 2-day
She was
champion.
on Jeopardy. For
Yeah,
2
she had a
days
2
in
days.
season 25.
You saw her?
No, like
Oh.
it's in the.
Oh, it
says-
mentions
And I
that she
looked up-
participated on
I
Jeopardy.
looked up which episode she was in, but I couldn't find it. I only could find the season.
She has a 2-day champion on Jeopardy.
Ooh, curious.
Oh, let me go to my reading.
Oh, it was Alina's birthday on Friday. Nice. I thought her little drive-by birthday party is next weekend, though. Maybe I'm remembering wrong because I thought we had
Happy
agreed
birthday,
to drive by.
Alina.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
getting it from his grandsons. Look, G-Spot Galvin, he's ready. All right, so you girls have kind of shared everything. I know that Old Wolf is here, so I'm going to share this one. I'm pretty much done now with this giant Man Wolf collected complete edition. So that those that don't know, that's the Man Wolf. His name is John Jameson, spelled just like mine. That's John Jameson right there in the comic book form, and he comes from the Spider-Man world. And his first appearance is in this classic issue 124 of Amazing Spider-Man. And he is J. Jonah Jameson, the newspaper man's son. And so this edition has almost 20 comics in it. It is enormous. And for $39.99 retail, this is insane. This might be the most reasonably priced Marvel graphic novel I've ever seen. So if you have any interest in the character, you get a ton of reading. So it's got the first 2 appearances in ASM. See, they don't care. They're like, you're talking like Spider-Man now.
I like Spider-Man. What are
I'm
you
just
talking
teasing.
about?
And then it's got Giant Size Superheroes #1, which is a highly underrated issue. With Morbius, that's Robert Galvin's perking up. I think he's like, "What? John is the Man Wolf, you know it." And then it's got 8 issues of Creatures on the Loose, with Man Wolf stalking the city. I love this cover. Man Wolf in the back of the police car. Creatures on the Loose. I enjoyed it a bunch. I mean, it's very classically Bronze Age. There's some definitely 70s, early 80s disco kind of vibes going on here. His outfit is hilarious. The whole like jumpsuit that he basically wears is a riot. They called it like an astronaut suit, but it's like doesn't look like any kind of astronaut I've ever seen. What can you say? This is a really big It is. So this graphic novel it's got a ton. It's got Creatures on the Loose, Marvel, and then it goes into the Marvel premiere, which is what I was going to say next, which is the run when you get to see Man Wolf in outer space a little more, battling on other worlds, which is the galactic stuff that I think is kind of cool. Then later they give you the Marvel team up stuff. This one has Frankenstein, and at the end, it has Man Wolf, kind of revealed to be there at the end. So it gives you a couple episodes of that. There's another Marvel team up that it's got. John, if you've never been Man Wolf for Halloween or as cosplay, then you need to. Yeah, it's a lot. It sounds like a lot of makeup. I don't know. They also include 2 issues of She-Hulk, the Savage She-Hulk, 12 and 13. So there's a ton of comics in here. I mean, it's absolutely just packed. And 13 and 14 of Savage She-Hulk. And then it includes finally the
Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man Annual #3, which is sort of the conclusion of his story arc. So it's got a ton of books. I want to say I counted almost 20 issues, and 2 of them are those like giant size, king size, whatever books. So if you're in any way interested in the character of Man-Wolf, you get it all for well, retail says $39.99, but you know there's a lot of LCSs and shops that would sell you for 20%, 25% off if you had your pull list there. There might even be markdowns on Amazon and things like that. But it's a really cool book, and I read about half of it a year ago, and I didn't get back to it. I've been waiting, and this morning I read most of the other half. I still have I haven't read the Savage She-Hulk stuff yet. Kate in $10 Chuck.
I am $10 Chuck.
Can do your makeup. No way. No hard pass.
We should do that on a Zoom meeting together.
I'll do the thing if you do Man-Wolf, says Kirk. Just sounds. I'm a lazy cosplayer. I just want to be comfortable. And wearing a giant mask that I'm sweating in, or having a bunch of makeup on me, I wouldn't enjoy it. Are you going to get the new Man-Wolf coming out? So when does that drop, Kirk? Because I didn't realize he was in Ravenloft or whatever it's called, which just dropped issue 5 and now is blowing up everywhere. I didn't even realize he was in that. Nobody told me. I usually buy anything that the Man-Wolf is in. I usually enjoy what they do with him. In the Absolute Carnage storyline, I thought they did some really cool stuff with Man-Wolf, Carnageized Man-Wolf. But I've always, obviously I'm partial to the character. And this is a really great collected edition. So it's called the Complete Collection, Man-Wolf. And the names of talent that worked on this, you got Jerry Conway, you got Marv Wolfman, Gil Kane, Sal Buscema, George Perez, John Byrne. I mean, it's just a ton of talented people that worked on all these different issues. So good stuff. Go big or go home, Johnny. Yep. Let's see here. Comfortable is overrated. You guys are hilarious. Born and raised in Oak Lawn. There we go. Next to Oak Park. There we go. Pulaski and Irving. Look, you guys, near neighbors. Is that what's going on? Yeah, I don't want to be itchy and sweaty. I don't need any of that. But thank you, Old Wolf, for getting this for me. He got it for me to read on the airplane to and from Baltimore. And I read about half of it then. And I finished all the Creatures on the Loose and the Marvel Premiere stuff today and yesterday. So I've got to read the Savage She-Hulk stuff that goes at the very end of the story. It was perfect. The perfect gift. Nailed it. You got another book to share, Caters? We're going to wind this down. I don't think we're going to get to a third book. Miraculous is back. You know my girls, they love their Miraculous. Yeah. This is how my show always is, Sanimation. The girls get a book and they're like, gone.
But so in every single book, unless it's like a little thicker, but like the normal size is this, but there's 2 chapters and there's 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And I think they've only gone up to season 2, which is sad because
We've watched
It's
every
getting
single
better.
episode,
and they're
it's
not
getting
producing
annoying.
any more right now.
Even though
Gotcha.
there's more on YouTube that are like the real episodes, but they still don't put those on the show.
But like this one,
Y'all know if you've been watching for a long time. You probably
This is the
know.
Comic-Core Baltimore Comic-Con t-shirt.
Daddy.
So this is the one that Chad of the Comic-Core produced for everybody that went to Baltimore. So it's got the Comic-Core logo. It's got the crab, the symbol of the Baltimore Comic-Con, and it's got the Baltimore Comic-Con label at the bottom.
okay. Listen, close.
KK's ready for you.
This
Go ahead.
one's Befana and Robustus. So
Those are the 2 characters that they battle, right?
Yeah. So Befana is going to be Marinette's grandmother. And so they go on this
Spoiler.
big day. And Marinette, the last time she saw her grandma was 10. It was 4 years ago. And she's 14 now, but they thought she was 10. And they gave her this tiny little shirt. And then she gave her these really bad candies that she used to like because she doesn't know. And they did all these kid stuff. Like they went to the zoo and stuff. And then she keeps spitting out the candies. And then she's like, I don't want to hurt her feelings. And then she gets invited to the surprise birthday party for Meredith's birthday, and then yeah.
And then somebody gets akumatized
Then
and they
she
have to
gets
battle.
akumatized
Battle,
because
right?
she left.
And she becomes a character named
Bifana,
Bifana.
named after
And
the
the
candies.
other villain is
Robustus.
Robustus. Your
It's a robot.
your Aunt Julie says that they sound like coffee blends. Whoop, sorry, missed it. Charlie's not gonna make it. Carlito says Charlie's fading away. She's getting sleepy. Sleepy. She wants her bagel.
And
You
she
don't
says,
like
no, peace
talking
out.
about miraculous.
KK says she remembers these episodes.
Yes, Kennedy. Yes.
Yes, Queen.
I think I'm just gonna set up you guys on a meeting where you guys can just talk about miraculous and I'll just be sitting.
And then
Do I
Charlie's
have
just
to
gonna
attend?
play
I don't know that
Roblox
I'm ready
on
to
the
talk
phone.
miraculous.
No, I'm like a Google Meet.
And I'm gonna have to talk about miraculous.
No,
Kate
not
and
you.
Oh, Kate and KK. Well, and Rena, right?
Yeah, we know.
Rena's a big
I just don't have
miraculous
her
fan too.
I don't have her.
I know that Cade and you and I can hang out and do something different.
Video games.
My goodness. So is that one of the better ones?
No.
No,
It's
not
not
one of your
my
favorites.
favorite
Which
one.
one's your favorite still?
Cat Blanc, Chef Blanc. Well, we don't have it in comics yet.
That's your favorite episode of the show.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not in
in-
the favorite comic, but okay.
Well, they haven't made it a comic yet, which is depressing. Okay, but my favorite
Girl, tell me.
Hello, girl.
my favorite one is Despair Bear because in that one Adrian and Marinette dance.
Okay.
No. It's like their music they have for literally everything is this. And then Adrian was like looking at her and he's like,
That's a beautiful face.
I know.
You need to bat your eyes like this. And you need to pucker up your lips like this.
What about when?
What's that from?
It's from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
Hey,
Sebastian.
that was my Sebastian impression.
And then remember, I'm trying to think of something.
The music, the dancing,
No,
the
In Hamilton.
making. Oh, Hamilton.
and it's like, you got a special someone on the side, Bert. And he goes,
Yeah,
and Hercules Mulligan's like,
yeah.
Mulligan is wearing a beanie like throughout the show. He's
Just
wearing the beanie.
Hercules. Yeah, that's part of his costume.
It's funny.
But when that actor then becomes Madison, right?
He's
He
like-
doesn't. He's always coughing. He's got his little handkerchief. He's always
yeah,
coughing.
actually, at one of the scenes,
Pop Pop's taking Riley for a walk.
one of the scenes is my favorite. One of my favorite scenes is where, they just had a scene where they just had a song where Philip Schuyler died, and Madison's like crying. And the next scene when you see him, he's like, "What
Yeah,
are
he's
you
like,
talking?"
Yep.
and then Jefferson's like, can we get back to politics, please? And then he's like, yeah, every action. And then he starts singing the next song. And then in the spot where there's like Samuel Seabury and he's like, heed not the rabble, scream revolution. And he's like a king supporter.
Right.
Hamilton, like Lafayette's like,
Go, go,
oh my
go,
God,
go.
tear this dude apart. And then he pushes him out. And
Yeah.
then Burr's like, let him be. And he pushes him back.
And then
towards
Lafayette's like,
Lafayette, and then
"No,
Lafayette's like,
no,
and then
go," and
Hamilton's
he
just
pushes
like-
him back.
Yeah.
and he runs up and starts singing with him. And then Samuel like puts his box in front of him and stands in front of him. And then Hamilton starts pushing him off the box. And then
So you're talking about
Pulls
this. You're
him
talking about all
back.
the staging, right?
yeah,
Because you guys have listened to the music for so long, you've never seen what the actors are doing while they're singing,
Mhm.
right?
yeah. And then Hamilton like pushed him off, and then Burr pulls Hamilton off him.
Yeah.
And then Samuel goes like,
Right.
he goes like,
Yeah.
he
Samuel
was like-
Seabury's pretty funny.
Trying to
He
fix
is
my
funny.
hair.
Plus, you guys are big Groff fans from Frozen, so seeing him as the king, Jonathan Groff, who does the voice of Kristoff in the 2 Frozen films, is the King George character in Hamilton,
Yes.
and
But
he's
he is
he's
amazing.
I felt like there was that song, my favorite one, and I really liked the king because he was more funny in the thing.
Listening to
Yeah,
him,
because like in the song
not
he's like
seeing him.
everybody, but then on the play he's like everybody,
Yeah, I think they do fun stuff staging with him because he's even in 2 of the other songs, right? Where he's like sitting off to the side.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
or
yeah.
comes marching
when,
in.
when,
So funny.
when there's the one where Hamilton's like he reveals that he cheated.
Yeah.
They're literally like laughing. Like Jefferson is throwing papers of the newspaper. He's like throwing them everywhere, and the king's
like,
dancing in it. He's dancing.
The king
in
comes
it.
on his
through,
chair,
yeah.
he's like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're all dancing.
And then
like,
Jonathan
Very
Groff,
funny.
Daddy was talking about him when we were watching it, and he like has these really bright blue eyes, and you can like tell where he's looking. And he literally looks at the audience. He will pick a person. This is what my dad said. He will pick a person and like sing towards them aggressively, and then pick another person.
Yeah, if
to,
you
like,
watch
look around.
Groff,
it's
yeah.
so creepy.
Groff's performance is really great in the theatrical, in the film they've got. You can see, and actors don't usually look at the audience, like look at people's faces, but Groff like looks at people in the audience, and then the king is like looking at them. I'm gonna send people to
He's like,
destroy
"I
your
will
family.
kill your friends and family."
And he's like looking at people. It's hilarious. I can't imagine being in the audience and having King George look at you with that mock sincerity and just kind
icy
of like
blue stare. you
get
think
it. It's hilarious. Oh man, he's got those intense blue
so? Blue
eyes.
and he's like,
Just
just,
like, yeah, he's great. He just nailed. I mean, he's hardly in it,
but
but
he nails his part.
he's the first voice you hear, right? He's the one saying, "Welcome to my play," right? He's like, "Enjoy my play."
yeah,
He tells people not to use their cell phones and stuff. What?
it's strictly
Oh,
prohibited.
animation. That was very nice. I read your comment. Thank you, Sam.
oh,
So Groff is amazing, and he's a great singer. I mean, he's done singing in lots of things. I want to say he was on Glee, which is a great, singing.
He
show.
is?
He had a small part, I think, as one of the like a villain on Glee. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jonathan Groff
I have a question though.
was on Glee.
Is like I know someone who's in Glee, like Christopher. But
I always feel like
Well,
Jonathan
also
Groff-
Elsa,
Groff-
the woman who's Elsa, plays an
Idina
important role.
Menzel?
Yeah, she plays a small role on Glee. I think she was in like 4 or 5 episodes over the run of the show.
I always feel like Jonathan Groff. Every movie I see him in, he's always doing something funny. Like
Yep.
how in Frozen, on Olaf singing his song about summer, and then he's just like, "I'm gonna tell him."
I'm lost in the woods.
Yeah.
oh my god,
So funny. The music, the visual for Lost in the Woods is amazing. With like
The reindeers are like,
his head right
"I'm
behind
lost
himself,
in
like a
the
high school portrait. Yeah, so
woods."
funny. So
but
funny.
I forgot. Okay, there was this thing that I saw.
We kind of got to wind down here because it's almost in an hour.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go really quick.
Take
I saw
8
this thing. I
minutes.
don't know who it was by.
Okay.
He's like this British guy. You showed us a video of him jumping out of a plane with like the James Bond actor one time, like Seth something, or is that it?
Jumping out of a plane with James Bond.
It's actor.
Oh, with the actor, not in the James
With the
Bond movie.
actor. And out of a plane, like parachuting, he got really scared. He was like screaming the whole time. He's British. He has a TV show. I think.
James Gordon.
Yeah, that's it.
Corden. Sorry, James
Corden.
Corden.
Yeah, that's it. But so
He did that with Mission Impossible, not with James Bond. He did it with Tom Cruise.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, he did that with Tom Cruise.
So
Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin.
okay, but sorry. But so basically it's really funny because they did this thing where he got all the people in Frozen and he got them all dressed up as their characters, and they did like a crosswalk musical version of it.
Okay.
And he was playing Elsa,
Hilarious.
and Adina was like, or Anna was like, Kristen Bell was like, I think Adina should play Elsa, and then he's like,
And who did Adina end up playing?
Elsa.
Okay.
They had a singing battle.
Well, I mean, he's a very funny guy and he loves music. He used to have a segment on his talk show called, driving in my car, car karaoke or something like that. He would drive around LA and play music in the car and ask celebrities to sing with him. And so sometimes it would be like their own album and he would be just belting out their big hits. And other times it would just be actors that he would want to sing with. He always brings music to his shows. Like he's very funny and
But it was-
loves singing.
And then he dressed up as a snowflake and walked back out. And
Hilarious.
then Olaf's actor was like, Josh Gad was like, I didn't know there was an actor for the snowflake, and he was like the very big part.
Yeah, prominent in all those.
It's really
films.
funny.
James Corden is very funny. There you go. See, that shows. Hey, Jabroni is here, my man. Let's see here. And then Two Boys, that show is hilarious. There it is. See, he's seen it. I think he did one with Paul McCartney. Oh, wow.
Who's that?
Paul McCartney is one of the
One of
Beatles.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the Beatles. Jabroni, good to see you, brother. We're just wrapping up. So I'm sorry, man.
After this, we're gonna finish our Hamilton theme.
We will
Yeah, we
see.
gotta finish
We'll see.
it.
We got plenty of time. I'm
It's my
sure we'll see it
favorite
a
part.
billion times.
I have to get to my favorite part.
She loves Jefferson.
We're
So
literally
when
4
Jefferson first
songs,
comes
4
in,
songs.
that's her favorite stuff.
We got 4 songs.
All right. So we're gonna say goodbye. I don't have any plans to be live today, tomorrow, Monday,
Dungeons and
Tuesday.
Dragons.
I think Dungeons and Dragons might have gotten pushed because somebody is unable to play. So I'm not certain if I'm doing Dungeons and Dragons with Alec tomorrow. Just got back from the gym. There you go, Jabroni, swole it up. So it's possible I won't be on again until Wednesday of next week. But I do have some unboxings that I'm going to do. So it's possible an impromptu unboxing will show
I
up
have
next
2
week.
questions for KK. Can I ask a question?
You can ask KK a couple
Okay.
of questions.
What's your favorite Miraculous episode, KK?
Number 1,
And do you watch Liv and Maddie?
Liv and Maddie. Okay, there you go. We'll see what she says.
Because they're really good.
So I probably won't be on doing any shows. Big Will says I don't think so. So I can't promise on the Dungeons and Dragons. I thought Alec had mentioned that it's possible somebody was having a conflict.
You can have
I'll
Alex text
finalize
you.
that. Yep. I'll give him a little message. And then, but Wednesday on Book Club, we're having a showdown discussion. We're all reading the new Deceased Dead Planet #1. And Alec and I didn't care for the first volume of Deceased. We're discussing it with 2 fans who loved the first volume of Deceased. We're going to have Drew Manchu and Perry. Perry Comics is coming back. Drew's coming back. And we're going to talk about Deceased Dead Planet issue #1. So we'll see how that goes down. That's going to be on White Whale's channel as
also,
well.
Glitter and Duct Tape gave us this tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Glitter and Duct Tape gave you that?
Yeah.
I don't know that
It's
she's
like a
in the
Hello
chat.
Kitty
It is Hello Kitty.
glitter stuff. It's really pretty. But so I put it on the other day because why not? No one's gonna see me with it.
Nice.
I like it. Sparkly.
All right. Bye, Charlie. My favorite episode is Miraculous. I don't know. And yes, I do watch Liv and Maddie. There you go.
Yay!
All right, gang.
Can see you today.
Goodbye. Have a happy 4th of July weekend. Stay safe. Be smart.
Happy 4th of July.
And hope to see you. I don't know when we're going to be on our channel. It's possible I won't be on my channel again until next Saturday, or if I have an unboxing before then. But that's about it. So
Peace.
bye,
Goodbye,
folks.
friends.
See Hamilton.
Yes. And if you haven't, enjoy it.
Enjoy it.